There's just something so beautiful about it. Watching the complete and utter humiliation of another grown man. It's something so simple, yet so satisfyingly therapeutic. An undeniable expression of the game. A kind of art form, if you will. This is the art of the nutmeg. It's sort of difficult to explain, but something about the Meg just seems to separate it from all the other classic skills. Skills that are arguably more technically difficult to pull off, like a scoop turn or the hocus pocus. The defining factor that really sets it apart from the rest is the psychological peril it bestows upon the victim. If you've ever been Meg before, you can attest to this. It literally feels like a physical violation. Your opponent is putting the ball between your legs against your will. And as a result, unlike most other skills, the focus is now just as much on you as it is on the one executing the move. Humiliation. Verb. To make someone feel ashamed and foolish by injuring their dignity and self-respect, especially publicly. It's truly one of the most pure forms of humiliation. You could be one of the best to walk the pitch, have the biggest ego, doesn't matter. You just got humbled. And looking at it from a modern perspective of the game, with everything being overly stat-driven, where possession and passing are micro-analyzed to a degree where we hardly ever see creative plays anymore, the Meg just brings me back that feeling of joy, even if it's only for a fleeting second. The audacity to go for that low percentage chance just makes it so much better when the players do pull it off. Now on the flip side of humiliation, you have pride and joy. This is how it feels when you're the one pulling it off. You know that you went for something audacious, but you have the complete and unflinching confidence to believe in your own ability to pull it off successfully. And when you do, you're the man. And I'll tell you that this ego boost is no joke. I can't recall countless times that I've been having a poor match, but then I successfully complete a Meg, and after that, I become the Zinedine Zidane of my local park on Tuesday night. And I don't know if you guys did this with your friends, but that feeling was so addicting that anytime we were walking together, we would try and Meg each other with random objects we found in the street. Small rock? Empty soda can? Yep. You bet I'm going for that Meg. And this feeling I'm talking about is such an important part of the game that the origins of the term nutmeg developed as early as the creation of the first official football league in history. The term nutmegged actually comes from 1870s Victorian slang and referred to the dubious practice of American and English traders mixing fake and real nutmeg together to increase the weight of their goods, deceiving the buyer into paying a higher price. The term then became synonymous with being tricked or duped, especially in a way to make the victim look foolish. England's FA was founded in the year 1863, around the same time the slang started to be used regularly. Clearly the Meg had deep roots in the game. The emotionally charged aspect of it prompted an immediate need for an expression of the act. The amalgamation of the meaning and emotional importance behind this glorious skill, I think, can be summed up perfectly by a story about the time George Best megged Johan Cruyff. It was 1976, and Northern Ireland was set to play Netherlands for a World Cup qualifier match, and George Best sat down for an interview before the match with journalist Bill Elliott. Elliott asks Best, "What do you think of Cruyff?" who, mind you, was probably the best player in the world at the time. To which Best respectfully responded, "Outstanding." Elliott then follows up with another question. "Better than you?" Best laughs and says, "You're kidding, aren't you? I'll tell you what I'll do tonight. I'll nutmeg Cruyff the first chance I get. Bill Elliott then recounts, 5 minutes into the game, Best received the ball wide on the left. Instead of heading towards goal, he turned directly infield, weaved his way past at least 3 Dutchmen, and found his way to Cruyff, who was wide right. He took the ball to his opponent, dipped his shoulder twice, and slipped it between Cruyff's feet. As he ran round to collect it and run on, he raised his right fist into the air. Only a few of us in the press box knew what this bravado act really meant. Johan Cruyff the best in the world? Are you kidding? Only an idiot would have thought that on this evening. George Best truly believed that he was better than Johan Cruyff, and what better way to prove this to himself and to the world than to completely embarrass the 3-time Ballon d'Or winner by nutmegging him like it wasn't even an issue. And at the end of the day, the Meg is so much more than just a brief bright spot in a tactical heavy modern era, but an expression of nonchalant humiliation and creative artistry that will always have a place in the game for our hearts.